That is hilarious. Alright. Well, here is a reason I created this stream so late, and I guess I owe an explanation. Well, originally I was going to do Battlefield, and it didn't work several times. So, I ran across a video, or short, and it was basically this dude asking these two female furries who were only half dressed up in their fursuits why they chose or what animal they were and why they chose whatever, blah 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 blah. It kind of pissed me off a little bit because like they were talking about, oh well, this person identifies as that, blah 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 blah. And this one girl apparently could not decide what the flip she wanted to be because originally I think she said something about a dragon and a wolf and is like, oh okay, whatever. Miss, I can't make up my mind. And she's like, I did the research and decided my character, or I connected more with a cougar. And I'm like, you're a human being, not a freaking cougar. And then I got to thinking about it, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm a hypocrite because that's how I feel. You know, I know I've told you guys several times, I feel like I'm a wolf that unfortunately got turned into or birthed into being human. But, I'm not running around dressing up in a fursuit being like, oh, look at me, I'm a wolf. Oh, oh, no. And I made the comment. I said, it pisses me off because, and I say, ever since I joined YouTube, the biggest problem that I've run into is the fact that people join like streams and stuff and they see my name and they immediately assume, oh, this guy's a furry. And I'm like, no. Also, hi Caitlin, and it kind of just, it rubs me the wrong way, to say the least. But what rubs me the wrong way also is that people tend to think that I hate furries just because I can hate them. I have a very, very good reason why I hate furries. And I don't hate the people, alright? I just hate furries in general. If you want to walk around being like, oh, look at me, I dress up as a kitty cat in my spare time. Good for you. You have fun with that. Just stay the flip 3,000 feet away from me. Because you get any closer, I'm going to put a bullet in your head. But anyway, the thing that pisses me off is I can't do anything on this platform having a mascot, or having, because, Wolf, for those of you who don't know, Wolf is the mascot. The mascot is, he's a 20-foot tall wolf. He's got black fur, blue eyes, and he has a scar on over his left eye. Pretty easy to remember, Yeah, something easy to remember, something that made it a little bit easier for me to remember. And, it just kind of pissed me off because it was like, I'm doing good, by the way. Sorry for seeming to ignore you. Alright, so I need concrete blocks and metal beams. So we can go get the concrete blocks and the metal beams. But it's going to be a pain in my rear end trying to get all that over there. Do I have a good truck that I can do this with? Let me see. Truck storage. But, it just kind of pissed me off a little bit because it's like, people nowadays, they don't see where they destroy someone's hope or want to do something. And they're just, they just see it as, oh yeah, this guy is obviously a furry, let's pick on him. And they don't see the consequences in doing so. And that's the thing, I guess, that really pisses me off is the fact that, you don't, You don't do that. I don't care who you are. You do not do that to somebody. Alright, I have said since I started on this platform, and I am sticking with it, that I will never be a furry. And that will always be something that I will stick with because I don't want that for myself. You know, if other people decide they want to do it, you know, that's up to them. But the thing that makes me hate furries so much is the fact that because of them being so popular and everything, and with there being so many people that hate them, it causes people to hate on people that use an animal as a mascot. I mean, and see, here's the thing that kind of pisses me off about it, right? Alright, so, let's see, who uses an animal as a mascot? Like pretty much any high school uses a animal as a mascot. They don't get picked on. But you let a YouTuber use an animal as a mascot, and he's immediately a furry. And I needed I needed to go the other way, didn't I? Yep. Oh well, we'll go the easy route, and we'll go back this way. It'll be a little bit easier. But, you know, the thing that confuses me is, like, what do you get out of calling someone a furry every day? What can you possibly get out of doing that every day? Making their life more difficult? What do you get out of that? You know, that would be like me waking up one day and the truck always goes wrong. But, you know, just, yeah, I don't know, that little short that I watched, just, I had to comment on it, and I talked about, like, I basically just let them have it. And I was talking about how, you know, ever since I started on this platform, I've been labeled as nothing but a furry because of the fact that I use a wolf as my mascot. And because I love wolves, and all of that, and it's wrong. You can't do anything anymore while loving an animal. You're good. I get it. So you can't do anything anymore as far as loving an animal without getting labeled as a furry. Like, I could walk up to somebody and be like, oh yeah, I love dogs. And then they'd be like, oh, you're a furry then. Where in that did you hear the words, I am a furry, out of, I love dogs? Whatever. I mean, yeah, I just felt like I needed to emphasize why I hate furries. And it's not the people, because I've actually talked to a few furries. It's not the people behind the mask. It's the mask and all of that. Because society is so flipped up and they don't let people decide what they want to do with their own lives. I mean, there is a line that I say that society needs to draw, apparently, and I don't know if it's true, and I can't stand people saying, oh yeah, this wasn't true. There was apparently a student at a school that was suing the school board because of the fact that they wouldn't put a litter box in the bathroom or something like that because they were a furry when they identified as an animal or something like that. And it, exactly. I'm glad someone agrees with me. But, you know, it just... You know, when there's people like that, there is a line that needs to be drawn. But, you know, if you want to, you know, if you decide one day, you know, this, like, say, the way that I've heard it explained is... Hold on. Furries create their characters and base their characters off of what they want to be as a person, as a human being. So, alright, for me, I'm a kind dude. Alright? So, Wolf, my mascot, is built the complete opposite. He has a secret, I don't really want to say secret, but he cares, but he just doesn't know how to show it. And he's always angry acting, and he's been backstabbed so many times that it's not even funny. And he's really aggressive, and, you know, but he's really good with kids and stuff like that. And, you know, that is Wolf. That is my mascot. That is how I made him. But you know, taking that, what I just described, and turning that into a fursuit would quite literally be impossible. Not that I would want to, because if you've ever looked at furries, their characters are always like joyful and stuff like that. My character, on the other hand, is the complete opposite. My character is that stone cold, looks at you, and if looks could freeze, you would freeze type of guy. That is the kind of person that my character was designed to be. Basically the complete opposite of who I am. I mean, he still cares like I do, but, you know, he always has that look on his face that if you approach him, he's going to kill you. And, you know, a lot of what people don't know about me is, you know, nobody's ever seen my face. You know, there's a few people on the Discord that have. But they've seen me smiling, and I don't do that very often. I have nothing to smile about. I get on here and I joke around and all, but in real life, my trailer drifts. In real life, I'm a completely different person. You know, I really don't know how to describe myself, to be honest. Like, I'm not hard to get along with. But, this is going to be a pain in the neck to get through. We're not getting through. This is a very bad decision. I think I'm going to get a different truck, probably the International. You know what, just flip this. We're just going to recover this truck. Okay, detach the truck. You know what, just leave the truck here. We're getting the big rig. I don't care if it gets high centered or whatever the whole time we're gone or not. It's going to be the only vehicle that can do this and do it well. Wrong one. But, you know, the thing that bothers me is people have such a big problem with furries in general. And, you know, I don't hate furries. I don't. Do I hate the fact that... How do I put this nicely? Do I hate the fact that they have caused me to not be able to walk out of my own freaking room without having to worry about, or being able to get on here and do this without being labeled as a furry? Yes, I hate hate that to a passion. And with a passion. But I don't blame the furries. It's society that does all that crap. Because society has their ideas on how things are supposed to be, and then if you don't agree with it, then, you know, you're weird. You're whatever. And it just, you know, whatever. But I don't know. It rubs me the wrong way very much because I've been there. And I just thought about something. But yeah, getting called a furry it pisses me off whenever it happens. Because it's like, you know, you don't know me. You just joined my stream. You don't know who the flip I am. So where do you think you have the right to label me as something when you don't even know who I am. You haven't talked to me. You haven't done anything with me. You haven't played a game with me. Nothing. You've had no conversation with me whatsoever, but you think you have the right to come into my channel and label me as a furry because of the fact that I use a wolf as a mascot and I use wolf wolf pictures with quotes on them as daily quotes. Okay, yeah, okay, whatever. I've seen other people who use, matter of fact, Wolf Motivation. I've seen him use, like, Wolf background stuff to put inspirational little talks and stuff in. I don't see him getting labeled as a furry or anything like that. But yet, I do stuff and I get labeled as a furry. See where I'm coming from here? We're not coming back this direction. We're going to go the way we were going with the other truck, so... Are all the wheels even turning? Turn this thing did better with freaking automatic than it does with low gear. Honestly, kind of sad. But, you know... I even had somebody label me, and they were going to make a video about me, but I don't think they ever did, because I left them alone, and I guess they decided to leave me alone. But they called me a weird furry glazer. Yet again, another person that doesn't even freaking know me. I'm aware this vehicle ain't all-wheel drive. But it's got a big enough engine that don't need it. Truck game. But, this thing's biggest problem is it's longer than the freaking Eiffel Tower. But, yeah, he called me a weird furry glazer. Alright, you don't know me, you haven't ever had a personal talk with me, so what gives you the right to think you can come in here? There's a hatch. Oh, I don't know. It looked like this thing could possibly mount a trailer, but that looks like a loading area. The back, I don't know. You know, the dude came in and said something about one of my quotes or whatever, and you know, I made the mistake of running my mouth and he said something about my quotes being cringe or whatever, and I said kind of like your channel, because I actually know the dude. He's been giving one of my, or he had been giving one of my friends a lot of trouble, and you know, that was kind of my way of getting back at him, I guess. And eventually, immediately after, alright, I muted him. You know, I couldn't see anything that he would say, so that, you know, not an argument wasn't started, right? Because I didn't want an argument with this guy, because I know how he was to make videos just to get views. And the videos were always about hating people. So, you know, I muted him off of my channel so that I could not see anything he says. So, you know, if he's coming to my channel and saying something now, for instance, I can't see anything that he's saying because he's muted on the channel. So, you know, good luck with that. But, you know, this dude doesn't even know me personally. Nobody really knows me personally because I learned a long time ago that getting into friendships was a very bad idea, especially close friendships. Come on, what are you stuck on? Bro, it's never gotten stuck like this before. It's like there's a hole or something right here and I can't get the freaking truck out of it. Let's see if I can get the truck on the rocks here. Grip the rocks, grip the rocks, grip the rocks. There. And that just got me even more stuck there. But, you know, random people coming into my channel and trying to start crap, you know, what's the use? What benefit are you getting from coming and labeling me? Like, this is the question I want to ask half of these people. Does your life suck so bad that you think it's funny and fun to come and try and destroy and ruin someone else's life? Or someone else's day? Did you wake up? The question I would ask is, alright, did you wake up on the wrong side of the bed, or did somebody decide to just jump on your dining room table this morning and piss in your cornflakes? Because there is no reason for you to act the way that you are. But all it is, and I can tell you now, you know, I hate furries because of the younger society. Because normally, the people that label me as a furry are usually younger kids that think they know the definition of a furry when they really don't. Alright? They don't even know what the freaking difference is between a freaking anthropomorphic character and a freaking furry. So no, you don't know what a furry is. But, you know, I've actually heard kids labeling freaking Zootopia as a furry animation. Concrete blocks, that's what we need. And they did the same thing with the bad guys. They did the same thing. They were labeling the bad guys as a furry animation. Oh, I can do the metal beams here. Don't have to go as far as I figured I did, but I still gotta go. Where do I gotta go? Let's see. What is the quickest route to get the flip out of here? It ain't going that way. Alright, so we'll have to go back through to the fuel station, but it'll lead us directly to where we need to go. So let's go on ahead and do that. But yeah, I mean, I knew a girl in school. I didn't really get along with her. She was one of those girls that, you know, it was just a random occasion that I talked to her, right? Just a random occurrence, you know. Normally I wouldn't talk to her, right? and she drew foxes because she really loved foxes. I can almost guarantee you she got labeled as a furry every day in school. Alright, I knew a dude, I'm not even joking. I knew a dude in school. I didn't find out this guy was a furry until I was in a freaking gaming club meeting one day, and then one of his friends were like, oh yeah, how's your fursuit going? And I'm like, wait, you're a furry? And at first I was like a little uncomfortable because I knew the dude. But like we weren't friends or anything, I just knew him. And at first I kind of looked at him, I'm like, wait, you're a furry? And he was like, he kind of shook his head, and I'm like, okay, this got awkward. But like, yeah, I can't wait till I get multiplayer as well, because this is going to be so much easier to do with more than one freaking truck. But you know, I didn't judge him any differently. You know, as a matter of fact, you know, the only reason I remember it is because of me talking about it a few more times afterwards. But, you know, finding out he was one of those people that just didn't really want people to know that he was a furry. So, you know, he kept it to himself, because that is the kind of stuff that we deal with. All right? Like, this is like people who love animals and furries alike. They all feel like they have to hide who they are because of the fact of what the community do. Like, you don't see people who cosplay or whatever they call themselves, you don't see them hiding away and being like, oh yeah, on the weekend, don't tell anybody, but on the weekends I cosplay as freaking Ash Ketchum from Pikachu. Or from, yeah, Ash Ketchum from Pikachu, yep. Perfect Pokemon reference. Ash Ketchum from Pokemon. Like, that's going in the daily quotes. You know, Ash Ketchum from Pikachu. But, you know, and then you've got like the dudes that dress up for like the Confederate, like the Civil War reenactments. Okay, that's cosplaying. Let's see, World War II reenactments. That's cosplaying. All right, you don't see these guys hiding it. So why should a furry have to hide that they're a furry? And why should someone who loves animals have to hide the fact that they love animals because of the fact that they're worried they're going to get labeled as a furry? You know, that's the kind of stuff that pisses me off. Society is so busy trying to figure out what they want to think is acceptable. They don't bother to think about other people. I mean, I will be the first one to tell you, I think gay and lesbian and all that crap, I think it should be completely outlawed. And I completely agree with what Donald Trump did as far as the government recognizing that there's two genders and only two genders. I completely agree with that. But that does not mean that, you know, if somebody goes, oh, well, I have, or I'm transgender, or I'm gay, or I'm lesbian, or whatever the flip you decide you want to do with your sad, pathetic life, whatever you decided that made you decide that. You know, that's for you. That's for you to do. Just don't try and bring me into it, you know? I'm not going to judge you about it. It's not for me to judge. But, you know, I had somebody come on here, I don't remember who it was, but we were talking about the two gender thing, and they immediately jumped in, and I'm going to talk about this because I thought it was a very stupid reasoning. So we were talking about how there's only two genders. And then people are like, well, there's people that are transgender that have both parts. But they are either a male or a female, alright? Okay, in the end of the day, alright? Or at the end of whatever, alright? One hormone is going to win out over the other one, therefore making you one or the other. Alright? I don't care what anyone says. I don't believe that you should be able to wake up in the morning and the night before you were a dude and then wake up in the morning and be like, you know what? I want to be a girl. And then you can just walk around and say that you're a girl. I don't think that that is how that is. No. And I don't think that there should be people out there, surgeons or anything else, that should be able to operate on you and give you the other sex's parts. No. That is a no-no. That should be outlawed. But, you know, whatever. That's my opinion. Everyone has the right to their opinion, and, you know, call me old-fashioned, but when we are in desperate need of another war. I'll put it that way. We are in desperate need of another world war. We really are. Because I want to see those transgender mother truckers go out and do a man's job. It ain't gonna happen. As usual, us southern some guns are gonna be the ones that save the day. Us southerners that know what gender we are and don't believe whatever it is that the North decides to tell us. Because if you've paid attention, alright, the transgender, the gay, the lesbian stuff, it's not as bad down here as it is up there. Like, let me ask you this question. Where is all those colleges at that one guy goes to and has all those transgender and those activist people and those kids that are just propaganda filled? Where are all those colleges at, ladies and gentlemen? They ain't down here. You know, us rednecks, we may seem stupid, but we ain't stupid. Alright? We may seem stupid, but we ain't stupid. Let me tell you. I know I act stupid, and I do it on purpose. There's a reason I do it on purpose. Because I find it more interesting to see people's reaction when they find out I'm not the complete, total, dumb idiot that they label me as. But that's just me. I prefer to be mistaken. But anyway, General Lee, you're talking about you want to do like World War II reenactments and stuff. I thought about doing something like that at one point, but if I'm being honest, after a long thought out thing, I would much rather participate in a Civil War reenactment. And the reason I say that is because happy birthday, Kale. Kale, do you have SnowRunner? Might get a late birthday gift if you have SnowRunner. Because if you have SnowRunner, I'm getting multiplayer tomorrow, so we'll do a thing. Sign flip. Anyway, yeah. going back to the reenactment stuff we were talking about, you know, I'd much rather. You're good, Kale. Have a good one. Um, you know, I'd love to participate in. Yeah, no, thank you. I'm not messing with any more mods. I can't even get mods to work. I've tried using them, and if the truck industry is predicted to grow up to 21% in the next 10 years. When was this game released? But I don't know. This is gonna be hang trying to get this thing through here. I'll put it this way. But it's the only truck that can haul all of it without having to deal with trailer issues or getting stuck issues or anything like that. So I will be so glad when not this week, not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday gets here, because next Wednesday I am purchasing all of the season passes for this game. So in other words, no War Thunder purchases for this game next week. This week I'm only spending about 15 bucks on War Thunder. Sorry in advance, but the rest of it's going towards PlayStation Plus, and that'll open up a door for other games that I can play with viewers as well, including Battlefield 1 if it ever works for me. Of course it would do this to me. Bro, how are you still stuck? You're not that heavy. Or that heavy. Stupid freaking truck. I'm gonna burn through fuel just trying to get through. I'm not even joking, the wheels are getting stuck in the mud. This is some thick mud right here, I get the feeling. That's why it's getting stuck somehow. Come on, power! Power! I have the power! Oh my god, the wheels lifted off the ground! If anything happens, I'm blaming it on 440. Oh, this is gonna be what kills me. I forgot about this part. Honey, if I fall down the mountain, blame 440. It's all his fault. Oh. Please reverse, please reverse, please reverse. Don't. Okay, no reversing. Got it. Alright, here we go. Oh! I feel like I'm teeter-tottering! That is probably the scariest turn on this entire map. And then this, I can't stand this part right here. Like, who in their right mind tips their truck over this much just to get past a tree? Oh, please don't tip over. That has been quite literally the smoothest go around of that I've ever done. And who says a massive truck with a horrible fuel capacity can't do anything? You know, the bad thing, if I end up needing fuel, I'm going to have to go to the garage and grab one of my, like the Yellow Beast in order to get it over here. And there is no way the Yellow Beast is making it over here with fuel. Not unless I bring a trailer. My God, what did I hit there? Alright, low gear. This is one of those moments where I feel like you say the words, don't high center. Alright, here we go. Low gear again. Okay, now who's playing with me? Bro, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah, this thing with all-wheel drive would be a beast of a vehicle. I'm not even joking. Like, if this thing had all-wheel drive, it would be a beast of a vehicle. I hope that there is a version of this that has all-wheel drive. Because that is going to be the one. Stop jinxing me, General. You know, I wonder how many people would be pissed if I changed my YouTube name to General or Robert E. Lee Gaming and then used as a profile picture a Confederate flag. That is actually a very tempting YouTube channel change, but I think for the sake of keeping with what I love, I will keep what I got. You know, the thing that's gonna kill me is trying to get through that mud hole that I have to go through in order to get to where I'm going. Alright, we use the automatic for now, and if we need the low gear, we'll switch to it. Well, great, we get to use a branch that ain't gonna pull us out. Alright, let's see. That's better. Here's what I got. You know, I'm honestly surprised this thing made it down the mountain, if I'm being honest. Like, the rest of this is kind of smooth sailing. It's just this that's killing it. Like, having to go through the water like I am, like, that's what's killing it right now. But this thing, the biggest worry that I have with it is it high centering. You know, I'd love nothing more than to play some of those modded maps, which is what's gonna probably make me purchase SnowRunner on my computer, even though I really don't think it's a good idea. Come on, get going. Of course there's not visible trains. Bro, come on. But I'm glad I was able to get the whole furry thing off my chest. That made me feel good. And there was somebody here to actually listen instead of completely abandon me. But I don't like burdening people with my problems. But you know, I've been called a furry more than once. A friend of mine, Tired War, he used to come into streams and just call me. It was a joke between the two of us. You know, I knew he was joking about it because I knew he knew that I wasn't one. And you know, it was a joke that he liked to use. And, you know, I was okay with him doing it because I knew it was a joke. But then when other people started coming in, there was one kid. I'm not even joking. This was a kid because, you know, they were doing low blows that were like so childish it wasn't even funny. He had like 4 or 5 different accounts, so that right there tells me he literally created alternate accounts to come and harass me or harass people in general. So, you know, people call me childish, but yet I only have one account that I use for everything, and I don't need more than you know? You know, I know kids that have like 3 or 4 different. I will admit, I do have like another account, and I did at one point have another YouTube channel. It was a Frustrated Wolf. Frustrated Gaming, something like that. I don't know. And alright, low gear, diff lock. That did not even help, did it? Alright, wiggle the wheels. Why does wiggling the wheels help? But I had I think it was a Panzer II was my profile picture, and it was quite literally just an account for stupid stuff, and I never used it for anything. And, you know, when it was on my tablet that I used to have, and it broke. And, you know, it never got used for anything. It's just a bygone thing. And then when the phone before this one got activated, I had an email set up for me. And I'm not saying the email because none of y'all business. Bro, there's no way there's no visible witch points on this area. Come on. Oh my dear Jesus. Come on! Bro, it is not that hard! Done playing these games and getting high-centered and crap. But, you know, it was just a stupid little YouTube channel that never went anywhere because I decided I didn't want it to. And I was okay with it. We're definitely going to need all of our power here. But, you know, the whole point that I'm trying to make to everyone here is don't let people tell you what you can and can't do. Alright, because those are the people that want you to fail. Those are the people that see your success and are jealous of it. Look, there's a freaking thing again. Get through the mud, 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 get through the freaking mud. Yeah, see, my email is easy enough that I can't forget it because it's quite literally my name. I'm not giving you my full name. And, like a few numbers at gmail.com. And then that's, like, quite literally my email address. And I'm honestly okay with it. Saw what happened there. The truck got high-centered. Or low-centered. I don't know what you would call that officially. Bro, we're at half a tank of gas and we went nowhere. Yeah, mine is like my full name except for my initials. And then a few numbers, and then edge. But, mine's easy to remember, and I use it for everything. And, you know, it just makes it easier. And that's what I use to set up my PlayStation account, which is something I'm a little worried about because I got my tax papers. I'm ready to go put in for my tax money, but I'm afraid to buy a PS5. And it's not because of the PS5 or the PS4 getting replaced. It's because of the fact that I'm afraid that all of my data from War Thunder and everything won't transfer over from the PS4 to the PS5. And all that money, time, everything will be gone, and I won't be able to get it back unless I use the PS4. I mean, I'm sure that there's a way that Gaijin has that'll fix that, and I think it's through a Gaijin account, but like, I've had people tell me that once you link your PlayStation or console to a PC account, you can't get the deals from PC. And it's the same way if you link a PC from whatever. Apparently, you lose all your data from that other one, which is stupid to me. Because let's say I decided I wanted to play on PC and I had made it a little bit far or whatever, and I decided I wanted to link my account that I have a buttload of crap on to console. Alright, if I linked my PC to my account, from the way that the guy said, all of my data from the console would be gone. And vice versa, if I made a lot of progress on a PC, all of my data from... Bro, I am like drifting through this. What is wrong with these roads? But, I would lose all that data from the PC. Which, granted, you know, I'm not really too... The biggest thing that I say that I think they need to fix... No! 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 I'm done. That's it. I'm done. Until I can get help, I can't do that mission. And until I know for a fact that co-op will work and allow me to play on my save, I'm not touching this game again. Because if that happens again, I will delete this freaking game and I will break it in half and throw it in the freaking trash. Okay, yes, I can. Show game roles. Perfect. Well, I'm done for the night. I hope everyone has a lovely night, and remember